Shows himself as highly intelligent. That's one of the first things that comes up. I kind of jump forward. If I see you around there, I do not feel that he sees you as a threat. I don't feel that he sees you as competition. So those are two big things. And so when I see you there, you're a calming influence, you're a kind influence, so we don't have concern, worry, competition. But the next thing he shows is highly intelligent. So he's very quick with his mind. He's there and he's on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. And I also think that what he was showing there was if there's a, you guys want them to be as wild as possible, i.e. less interaction. And you're in a conflict here. Bear with me on my words because it doesn't make sense just yet. But he shows himself highly intelligent, and if we engaged him with certain stuff to do, he could settle more. But it looks like there's a conflict, which is he's got to stay with a distance. But he's so intelligent that if he had stuff to do, that he could settle. And I mean by stuff, if you trained him, which sounds like that's not an option, the way he's showing it, he could settle more because his mind gets stimulated. But he's also showing there's this distance, like we do this and we get on with what we're doing and there's not the training, if that makes sense. I didn't say it very well. I guess your hope and your dream and your vision is to keep them wild, and yet he's not wild. So therefore he's struggling in that enclosure with limited stuff to do, and he's not getting his movement, aggression and stuff out. But if you wanted to, you could definitely do certain things that would maybe go in your favor. He did show that he has the capacity and the ability to learn things, and he showed that surrounding you, for what that's worth.
Clicker training, right?
Yeah, that's
well,
where
we did clicker train him for a little while, but the problem is that you have to be very consistent with it, and we couldn't get the consistency with it, and we were trying to clicker train all the monkeys, and it was too much, too fast, so it ended up falling apart.
That's exactly what he's showing. You know, because the medication one would be, here's the arm if you need to take blood. He was literally showing, I can do things that aren't tricks, but a necessity. He's got that ability to, so if we could figure out what we need occasionally and call it a trick or a necessity, he's got that ability and he'd like that. In other words, he's showing he misses that degree of interaction.